Hey guys, welcome to my channel and welcome to today's video. Hope you guys are having a great day today. Today's video is my most favorite video on YouTube. This is the most exciting video for me to do. I'm sharing with you all the eyeshadow palettes which I have purchased in the year 2020. So if you are interested in eyeshadow palettes, please do continue watching. Okay guys, let's get started with the most exciting video of the year, the 2022 Eyeshadow Palette Collection. I'm going to share with you all the eyeshadow palettes which I have purchased this year and share my quick thoughts and review on them. I was going to do a ranking video, but honestly I just couldn't rank these palettes. I just love them equally. I think all of them are a hit. I didn't purchase too many. I think if I count, I have probably 8 or 9 eyeshadow palettes only. So I'm going to share all the eyeshadow kind of products I have purchased this year. I think I have made videos on most of them which I'm going to share right now. So I will leave a link to the detailed video in the description box. Okay, so let's get started. I will go month wise. Okay, so the first eyeshadow palette or eyeshadow product which I purchased in the month of Jan are actually multi-chromatic eyeshadows from Luminescent Cosmetics. And I have the eyeshadows, the multi-chrome eyeshadows or the single eyeshadows I have purchased this year in this Colourpop single empty eyeshadow palette. So the Luminescent one are, I think, these ones. Yes. So all these 8 eyeshadows you see here, the on top, the 8 of them, those are something fell. Oh my god. Okay, so that's what probably a heart attack feels like. My god, my eyeshadow just fell. So the one which fell is from Moon Cosmetics. I'll show that as well. This blue color one. What is the name of this? My god, what a disaster. It's the shade Star Sign from Moon Cosmetics. It's one of the most beautiful ones. But thankfully, it just fell in a basket right here. And it didn't disintegrate. I could just pick up the eyeshadow and press it back. Thank God for that. Wow. Did you see the eyeshadow falling? Oh my god. Okay, so anyways, it's pressed back. So as I was saying, these 8 are from Luminescent. I will not tilt my palette too much. These 8. And then in the month of March, I went ahead and purchased some from Moon Cosmetics. These are also highly rated eyeshadow formulations, especially multi-chromatic ones. So I got these many. There are 16 eyeshadows from Moon Cosmetics. I think they were running a promotion. I really love the formulation of multi-chromatic from Moon Cosmetics as well. But 2 of the shades, this one and this one as well, it had come out of the pan. So both are pressed, one which happened now and one which came a little bit broken apart while shipping, so that also has been pressed. So these eyeshadows, I would say, are quite delicate. You have to handle them very carefully. So yeah, these are like my prized possessions of this year. I just love these eyeshadows so much. I have used some of them. I have not been able to use a ton of them. These are like collector's pieces, but I'm planning to do something with these next year. Let's see. Okay, so plan is there to use them in videos, how to use them and maybe create looks with them. So I'm very excited. So this is the first purchase. These are multi-chromatic eyeshadows, single eyeshadows from Luminescent and Moon Cosmetics. Then in the month of Feb, I purchased my first eyeshadow palette of this year. I got the Anastasia Beverly Hills Primrose Palette. Somehow this palette just intrigued me a lot and it gave me sort of like the modern Renaissance vibes, only not that berry pink but more peachy, warm toned color story. So I don't know, it just looked very wearable to me, and I am very much into wearable colors this year. Not that the eye look which I'm wearing today says that, but yeah, I am in a very wearable, almost neutral, colorful neutral kind of a mood this year. So that's why I had purchased this, and there were 2 blushes as well in this palette which were also really pretty. and the overall experience with this palette has been great. I have created some very pretty looks, very wearable palette. The color story is very beautiful. The colors go with each other really well. The shimmers and the metallics are just like butter. They are so smooth, very pigmented, intense, and the mattes are also amazing, very nicely pigmented. There is a little bit of fallout with the mattes as usual, like the Anastasia mattes, but I have no complaints. I have really enjoyed this palette, these eyeshadows from the Primrose palette. So this was the first eyeshadow palette which I purchased this year. Okay, I have actually listed down all the eyeshadows which I have purchased and when, so I'm just referring to that. So in March I didn't really purchase anything. In April I purchased the Terra Moon Cosmetics multichrome eyeshadows, or the single eyeshadows, which I have already shown. May I got just one eyeshadow product, no palette. I got this one from Chantacaille. This is the Luminescent eye shade in the shade Elephant. This is a beautiful taupe, and there was some promotion I remember on Beautylish, and this is the eyeshadow. It's super pretty. I have used this in one of the Get Ready With Me videos. I've always wanted to get this eyeshadow. It's in my favorite shade taupey eyeshadows. I just love taupey eyeshadow. This is favorite kind of eyeshadow shades for everyday, and I wanted this for so long. It's quite expensive, so I didn't buy for a long time, but as I said, there was some promotion on Beautylish, and I thought I haven't bought an eyeshadow palette since some time, so I went for this. It has a cute little elephant as well. I just love elephants, and this is for a good cause. So if you want to see this product in action, you definitely check out my other video where I have used this. I will link it in the description box. Okay, so that was in May. Come July, I bought two palettes. The two palettes are one from ABH, the Nouveau Palette. I have already done a video on this. Beautiful palette, and I mean, when I saw the color story of this palette, I was like, oh my god, this is so beautiful. I need it. It was something very different, and the layout of the palette is also very different what Anastasia Beverly usually does. It has some olive tones. I don't know if you can tell properly. I'll try to give you close-ups here. So it has some olive tones, some green, some beige, very wearable sort of colors. And in fact, all the metallic shades are so beautiful. Some greens and blues, all of them are very wearable for me. I usually wear colors like this, and just the color story really appealed to me, and it's ABH, so I went for this. I have a full review video on this. I have really enjoyed this palette. I've used it quite actually. I've used it a ton because these are very wearable colors, especially these matte shades. Very wearable, and most of the metallic shades are also very wearable. So loving this. This is the first purchase in the month of July, and then I thought of getting this one as well. I think this one also released about the same time, the Pat McGrath Moonlit Seduction palette. When I saw this palette, it was the same reaction as I had for ABH, maybe because I had not bought eyeshadow palettes since some time, and I was like, I really want to have this one as well. I have a special attraction towards Pat McGrath palettes. I think I have a lot of them now, and whenever there is a new release, I'm always intrigued to see what it is. I will not buy all of the releases, but if there is something very interesting to me, I will definitely go for it. So this is something which I definitely wanted. This is also a very wearable palette. The metallic shades are sparkly. There are 4 sparkly metallic shades. These ones, multichromatic sparkly ones, and the rest, the top portion is actually very wearable. So this is a very fun palette. You can use it for special occasions. You can use it for everyday, and the palette has a kind of a cool toned vibe, a cool toned everyday friendly vibe, and I just really like that. There are some matte berries, brown, dark brown, like very everyday friendly, and they are not too warm. They are quite neutral or almost cool tone, especially this kind of a color. So yeah, I had to get it. I have done a full review video on this one as well. So if you are interested in this palette, Pat McGrath is actually having a sale right now. If you are interested in this palette, you want to see swatches, you want to see looks, I have actually shown you, I think, 2 or 3 looks in the other video which I have done. So definitely check out that video. This was the, I think, third palette in this year which I purchased. Okay, so we are done with July. Then came August. In August, I have also purchased just one palette. So this one is the Oden's Eye Cosmetics Soulmate 2 palette, and that is what I have used on my eyes today. So my thought process was like this, that I have mostly purchased a very neutral, everyday friendly kind of palettes this year, so I should buy something colorful. And that time this palette had launched and I just loved the color story, and the packaging is also so nice. Look at that packaging. And I have 2 more Oden's Eye Cosmetics palette before. I have loved the formulation, and this is how this one looks like. It's a very pretty green, blue, purple, orange, very colorful, almost like a rainbow palette, but it's not a rainbow. It has very different tones, pastel tones, especially the greens and the blues have a lot of pastel-y vibe to them. There are some deep berries, not berry, actually purple. There are some orangey tones here, some purpley tones here, blues and greens. I just love the color story, and this is what I have used on my eyes today. I have used the orange, the yellow mattes. They are just super blendable, very pigmented. The yellow is pigmented so well, amazingly. And I have used this light green shade in the inner corners today, and I have used this deep eggplant kind of a color. I have also used these 2 shades right here, the 2 purples. So I have used a ton of colors, and I have done some other looks with this palette also in some other videos which you have seen, and I really like it. It's a very fun palette. The quality is amazing. They do multichromes really well. The metallic shades are also like very sparkly, glimmery, amazing. I have loved this palette. I will highly recommend you. If you love colors, colorful eyeshadows, I will highly recommend this brand. And if you want colors like this, or if you like colors like this, definitely try out this palette. This palette is amazing. I loved it. So this was my purchase for the month of August. And then comes September. Rest all the palettes are purchased in the month of September. So in September I got the first one, which is the Natasha Denona Dream palette. I have a full review video on this one, so I will definitely leave that in the description box. When I saw this palette, I have told you in the review video also, this was like my dream palette. Very neutral, cool toned, berry kind of a palette. This is how the palette looks like, and it has just that wow factor. It is very everyday friendly. It has all everyday friendly colors which I use personally, and it has 2, I think, 1 and 2. These 2 are 1 and 2. Which are the 2? One which you can see is this one, which is that amazing multi-chrome. This is so beautiful. And then this one and this one, these are also not exactly multi-chrome, but they have that glimmery, glittery vibe. The metallic shades in this palette are amazing, and they are very wearable. That's what I love the best about this palette. And there are a ton of matte shades in the palette. Matte shade quality is amazing. All of them blend so well. They work together great, and there is not a lot of fallout. I mean, the quality is just great. You can easily do a look very quickly. So this is a very everyday friendly palette, and it's totally my dream palette. If I had to make a palette like a neutral everyday palette, this is the kind of palette I would do, with a shade like this, the multichrome like this. Maybe I would also add a purple somewhere. Yes, so definitely I had to get it, a very nice neutral cool toned vibe palette. Again, in the month of September, I finally got these as well from Kaleidos makeup. So these are 2 quads which I purchased. I think they launched this one. Yes, this is the new collection which they launched for multichrome eyeliners. So I have already done a video on the multichrome eyeliners. So I'll definitely leave that in the description box. So along with the multichrome eyeliners, they have these eyeshadow quads as well. I have got the shade Flowing Haze, which is sort of like a cool toned purpley mauvey kind of a palette. So it has a multi-chromatic shade here, of course. This is like my dream. So beautiful. And all of the rest have that mauvey cool toned matte shades. Beautiful palette, beautiful. You can do a eye look with this with so much ease. I love this. And Kaleidos makeup eyeshadows, they are just out of this world. They are one of the best ones I have used. Same as the Oden's eye formulation. They also do the matte and the multichrome so well. So do the Kaleidos ones. Amazing. And then I got this quad also. This is the cold brew quad, which was launched last year. Look at the packaging, so beautiful. I have done full review video on this palettes as well in the multichrome eyeliner video, so definitely check that one out. So in this palette we have cool toned, very nice everyday neutral colors with a fine, like a taupey gray kind of a silvery glittery shade. This is so beautiful. All the shades go so well together. If you want to see a eye look with this, I have done a video where I have worn it. I don't remember, it was a get ready with me, so I'll definitely leave that in the description box. This is also an amazing palette. And the last palette for this year, and I think I'm not going to buy any more palettes, so that's the last one for this year which I purchased. This again a ABH eyeshadow palette. This year I purchased so many ABH palettes, 3 of them. It reminds me of like olden times when I used to buy a lot of ABH palettes. But genuinely this time I think ABH has released such nice palettes. This one also I had to get. This is the Rose Metals palette. Quite different from the earlier one. This is more warmer and the tones are quite different. The metallic shades are quite different. More cool toned metallic shades. But warmer matte. This is not as grungy as the other one. This is a little bit warmer. The metallic shades in this one is also, they are so smooth. I've used this in one of the videos, I think, if I'm not wrong. If I find it, I will leave that in the description box. I have to do a video on this, dedicated video. Still I haven't done it, so I will do that soon. This palette has my favorite metallic shades. This one, Nova. Look at that beautiful metallic which can be worn on an everyday basis. Nocturne, this one as well, like a gray taupey kind. And then you have Haze, which is like so beautiful. All of the metallic shades have, like, I love these kind of shades. Element as well, like a chocolatey brown color. Then there's a berry shade. Beautiful. I can't decide which one I like more, this one or the previous one. I don't know, probably I should do a comparison video, then that will, you know, compel me to think probably. So yeah, that's the last palette for the year 2022. As I already mentioned that I cannot rank these palettes. They are so different from each other and I just love all of them equally. I think all of them have been great. If you want to pick any one of them, I will highly recommend. So yeah, those are all the palettes I purchased in the year 2022. Let me know what are the palettes you have purchased in the year 2022, and if you are planning to buy any more, do let me know. I hope this video was helpful. I will leave all the video links in the description box, so do check the other videos if you want more information. But that's it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you'll consider subscribing to my channel. I will see you again really soon in my next video. Bye.